Welcome class 10 students. Today we are going to discuss about a topic in social sciences. Social sciences constitute 4 subjects: economics, history, political science and geography. Among 4 subjects, today we are going to discuss about particular topic in economics. We are discussing in our studio with another student, Mr. Rahul. Mr. Rahul, where you come from?
Hello, I'm Rahul and I'm from New Delhi, Madhu International School.
Thank you. So, you know that what is development? Development, we all know that we all wanted to be a developed country. India wanted to be a developed country. Every one of us wanted to develop. And look at this visual. Here there's one visual where who are they? Migrant laborers. Can you just take out your pen, write a few lines about what would be their dreams, what would be their developmental goals. I will show you some more visuals also. Look at each one of them. Here, agriculture laborers. Then you have a tailoring staff in a garment factory. And then a dry cleaning work. A person is doing a dry cleaning work. What would be their developmental goals? And then software programmers in an IT company. If you look at finally the construction industry workers. So if you just write down 2-3 lines about what would be their developmental goals, what do they wanted to achieve in their life. Just write it down, and we are going to discuss in this session and in the forthcoming sessions about their dreams, and are they same or are they different from each other. If you look at before going to the slides, let me also discuss with our student. Rahul, what is your developmental goal?
So, my developmental goal is to earn a good income.
Okay, good. So, Rahul says that earning a better income is his development goal. We are all aspire to have earn a better income. So, if you look at you have already looked at 5 visuals, and for those who are not able to see the visuals, let me describe an activity, and please try to do this activity. Assume that you or your family member is one among them. The visuals that I have shown you: construction workers, software programmers, agriculture laborers, migrant laborers. Right there are your developmental goals, aspirations. You can write about 4-5 lines. This is the first activity. Or you can also, what you can do that suppose the situation becomes normal in your locality, talk to 5 persons of different age groups. They could be males or females in your locality. Ask their 2 development goals. Write it in a notebook. Discuss with your teacher when this chapter is taught in your school, either in the online mode or in the regular mode. So, why I asked this question? Because we need to understand the development in terms of the way we perceive our life. So, if you look at all the answers that we have written or what Rahul has responded, few things would be very clear. One is that we all aspire to earn a regular income and a higher income. That is one of the first developmental goals. We also wanted equal treatment. In many houses, maybe girls may not be treated equally as that of boys. You may be knowing that, maybe Rahul also must be aware that in many houses the girls may be not allowed to go out after 5-6, whereas the boys may be going out playing with their friends and so on. Okay, girls may be asked to come back from the school immediately, whereas the boys may be doing playing with the children, their friends, and they come back. So the girls aspire to be getting equal treatment. Many household works where household activities are done by women or girls, maybe boys are not required to do though. So the girls aspire to have an equal treatment. That would be one of the developmental goals. Freedom. For example, you are studying in class 10. You may be wanting to opt for the subject of your choice. Maybe in class 11 and 12, when you are passing class 10, in 11th you may be wanting to study economics, history, political science. Maybe your parents wanted to study mathematics, wanted you to study mathematics and science. So you have to see, you wanted to have a freedom to choose your own courses. Okay, many people wanting to choose one occupation but land up in some other occupation. So freedom is a major developmental goal. If you look at security, today like in India also we get a lot of issues about security, safety of the girls, safety of the people from marginalized sections, okay, the people working with the low income families. So they all wanted security. As a country also we need to protect our country from external forces. So we also wanted a security for the whole country. That is one of the developmental goals. Many countries invest a lot of money in the defense. It's also because of the security reasons. Quality of life. We want to have a basic facilities. We want to have a regular income. So the quality of life is also another developmental goal everyone aspire to. You want to have a regular health facilities. You want to have a safe drinking water. You want to have a clothing, a better housing. So they all come under the quality of life. If you look at the relationships, for example, we want to have a relationship with your neighbors, relationship within the family also, relationship with the neighbor villages and towns, neighbor countries. So the better relationship is also a major aspect of developmental goals. So the development means it may be different for different people. Okay, so it may be for some people it may be a regular income, a higher income. For some it may be a better security. For some it may be freedom. So development is not same for everybody. For a young people, the nature of development or development goals may be different. For an elderly person, the nature of developmental goal may be different actually. Look at this visual. This visual contains high-rise buildings and slums in Mumbai. And what do you think about the developmental goals of the high-rise buildings there? The person residing in that house may be wanting to pay their EMI on a regular basis. So they wanted to have income so that they can pay their EMI. If you look at the slums of the houses, slums, what would be their developmental goals? They may be wanting to have a better facilities, and they wanted to have a safe drinking water. So you look at this, so you can see that the aspiration of the high-rise building, the aspiration of the slum dwellers, they may not be same actually. The slum dwellers may not be interested in EMI and so on actually. Okay, so the development means it may be different for different people. Okay, so I just wanted to know, Rahul, and what would be the developmental goals of your village or your locality in which you are living actually?
Okay, so the development goals for my locality would be increasement of safety regarding health and cleanliness all around, availability of water and electricity, healthcare facility to be made more.
Good. So what if you look at the way Rahul is describing, he wanted a safe drinking water, he wanted a housing, health facilities for his village actually. Similarly, students, you must be also having your own aspiration for your local area. Please write about some 5 to 10 lines. What would be the developmental goals of your area? If you look at what I did was that I asked, since the schools are closed these days, I asked 2 students living in Tamil Nadu, studying in class 10. I asked them what would be their developmental goals. They have shown in their document, like they have written letters. I received the letters they wrote in their notebooks. I am just showing here. One student studying in class 10A, his name is Nityan. Nityan wants, you can read yourself what is there in the text actually, and you will come to know that these are all what we already have described actually. They also wanted a developmental facilities in their village. They also wanted a safe drinking water. There's another student, her name is Caroline Teresa Johnny. She is also studying in the same school. The school name is Adiman Public School in Tamil Nadu. She also expressed what are the developmental goals of her village. She wanted a hospital, she wanted a school, and she also wanted employment opportunities for the nurses, school teachers, because she noticed that many graduates who also got trained as teachers in their village are not employed. She wanted schools to be established. So you will see that the developmental goals of Nitya and Caroline are different from each other actually. So you can also write it down, and you can share with your friends, share with your parents, share with your classmate, like a school teacher, when the class opens actually. Development is not only about income, it is not only about quality of life and so on. Development also may be conflicting. Development for one person may not be compatible with the development of the other person. Look at this visual. This visual is a Narmada river dam, Narmada dam in Gujarat. So, the Gujarat government built this Narmada dam, and it is earning now almost like a 500 crore rupees every year from the farmers who collect, who get this, who pay fee for water actually. Okay, and this dam is also benefiting hundreds and thousands of farmers. But if you look at another visual, who are these people actually? These are the tribal people who lives near the banks of the Narmada river, who are wanting the compensation to be paid. When the dam is constructed, it benefits lakhs of farmers and their households, but it also disempower tribal families who are living in the banks of the Narmada river. So, development for a one section within the country may not be development for the other section actually. So, it means the development need not be all the time compatible with each other. So, you also need to understand that development is not same for everybody. It may be different from person to person, the family in which they are living, the kind of education they are getting, the kind of employment they are getting actually. Development is, second point is that development is also conflicting. How it is conflicting? It may be benefiting for a particular section, it may not be benefiting. You may be knowing that in the last 200 years, India also has witnessed many construction of dams, construction of railways, roads and so on. But it is not benefiting all the people. The farmers who are losing their lands and the areas which were like which are benefiting from the farmlands, they will be obviously affected actually. So, development sometimes or sometimes in most cases also may be conflicting actually. Then you may be interested to know that okay, development is conflicting, but is it necessary to measure it? Yes, it is necessary to measure the development, so that you will come to know that if the benefit is more, you can consider as a essential component, and if the development is not, it is conflicting in an aggressive manner, it can be curtailed. The income is used mainly as the indicator of development. When we say income, the income earned by the people working in different economic activities. In the lower classes, you must be knowing about what is economic activity. People who earn some income or produce something, it may be a good, it may be commodity. If it results in a good or service, it is called economic activity. There are some economic activities, some activities which are not part of economic activity. For example, begging, for example, rioting, smuggling, they are not part of the economic activity. Otherwise, all the activities people get engaged in. For example, I am sitting here, this is an economic activity I am doing in the area of education. Okay, many studio people are sitting there, they are also doing, they are also engaged in some economic activity. So, all the economic activities results in some kind of goods or services. Okay, so when they earn an income for engaging in that activity, you get the income. Okay, so the income, when we say income, generally in economic sense, it may be a total income, it may be per capita income. Okay, so the term per capita income is the one which is going to be introduced in this chapter. So the total, what is per capita income? Total income divided by the total population. Look at the table that I gave you. These are the 5 families. This table is also available in the NCERT textbook of class 10, chapter 1. There are 2 countries, country A, country B. In each country, 5 people are residing. Okay, so the 5 citizens are residing and they are earning different incomes. Okay, so country A, the incomes are 9,500, 10,500, 9,800, 10,000 and 10,200. In country B, 5 citizens are earning 500, 500, 500, 500 and 48,000 respectively. What is the total income of each country? Can you just calculate and tell me?
Of course. So the total income for country A is 50,000 and it's 50,000 for country B as well.
Oh, both the countries are having total income of 50,000. So what is the average income of country A?
So average income, as we know, that we can calculate by total population upon
total income divided by
total population. So
total population, total number of citizens.
Is 10,000.
So
both
the countries are earning an average income of 10,000 rupees. So the per capita income is nothing but this average income. the total income earned by the people divided by the total population. Okay. So, if 5 citizens in the table is considered as country, in India how many population? There are about 135 crore population. There are roughly about 25 or 27 crore households are there. So, the total income of the 27 crore households and the total income earned by this 27 crore population. So, the income of all the households divided by the total number of households, you get the average income. Okay. Not households, number of persons actually. So, the total income divided by the total population, you get the per capita income. Okay. So, how this per capita income is to understand the development. Okay. So, I already told you that income is the indicator of development. Okay. And when it comes to income and how do you classify countries? We have many countries, more than 200 countries are there in the world, and there are different ways of classifying countries. Who classify? One of the dominant or main classification is done by the World Bank. World Bank, you know that World Bank is an international organization. It lends money to many countries. It has a subscription. So, they promote development. They promote all the developmental economic policies. So, the World Bank is coming out with one statistics called World Development Indicator. In that, they classify countries into 3. What are they? Those countries in which the per capita income is 12,056, they are considered as developed countries. The second indicator is those countries which are earning income between $12,056 and $955, they are considered as middle income countries. And those countries which are earning less than $955, they are called low income country. Now, you know the countries are classified on the basis of the per capita income earned in that country. Okay. So, if you look at India's per capita income according to this classification in 2017 in terms of dollars, general dollars, it is 1,820. Now, you tell me, is India developed country or middle income country or low income country?
India is a middle income country.
Very good. So, India is coming under the category 2. Okay. So, this is how the income. Let me tell you, this is how the countries are classified on the basis of the per capita income. Now, let me tell you that this number that you are getting, the calculation that you have made, let me ask you one simple question. Suppose you are given a choice, okay, to live in any of these 2 countries. Okay. Which country you would like to live in?
In the 5th one, because it's more.
No, this country B or country A?
In country B.
You would like to live in country B.
Yeah.
Okay. Suppose you are given a lottery system. You are not having the choice. Lottery is given. And which country you would like to live in? If it is a lottery system, which country you would like to live in?
Maybe B.
Why?
Because it is having more.
So, no, that is not the case actually. If you look at country B, in country B, 4 persons are earning 500 rupees only. Only 1 person is earning 48,000. Whereas here, country A, all the 5 people are earning around 9,000 to 10,000. Okay, if this is the case, which country, if there is a lottery system, which country you will choose? Obviously, you will choose country A.
Okay.
Why? Because in country A, all the people are earning better incomes. Whereas here, country B, only 1 person is earning high income. So, there is no surety that you will be getting this income. You will also land up earning 500 rupees. So, would you like to live in country B?
No, country A, obviously.
So, why? Because here all the people are earning better incomes. Okay. Whereas here only 1 person is earning better income. And both total and averages may not tell you the real development. Okay. So, we have to see how people earn, means it is the income. If the people are earning, a majority of the people are earning higher incomes, then that would be considered as a developed country. If you look at, I will give you this one diagram here. This kind of bar diagram is called clustered bar diagram. Okay. So, clustered bar, I am sure in mathematics did you study bar diagram, how to draw a bar diagram?
Yeah.
So, I am giving you in the y axis the total income in terms of $1 billion. In the x axis I am giving you the name of the countries. Okay. Tell me which country is having highest GDP?
China.
China. So, what is the income?
$21,148 billion.
Who is the second highest GDP, second highest income?
USA with $17,711 billion.
Very good. So, if you look at the GDP total income as a whole, you will find India, like India is which rank you get here. Among these 7 countries, India is in the 3rd rank. Okay, it is having the 3rd highest GDP level. 4th country, which country? 4th country, it's Japan. With how much is the GDP?
$4,933 billion.
Okay. So, if you look at the total income as such, India is 3rd. Okay. Let me give you another chart. This clustered bar chart is giving you the per capita income, the average income of countries. But here, who is having the highest income?
USA.
USA. What was his what is the per capita income of USA?
$54,471.
So, where is India stands? So, if you
maybe the last.
So, among all these 7-8 countries cited here, India is among the last. Whereas in case of if you look at the GDP, total GDP, India is in the 3rd position. Okay. So, if you look at the per capita, India is the 8th position today. Okay. So, this tells you that the total income alone is not sufficient to understand the development. You also have to see the per capita income. Okay. Among the per capita income, where is China? China is now in the which position? Almost like a 6th position. Okay. And where is USA? It has gone to the top position actually. Okay. And if you look at what is the difference between the India's per capita income, USA per capita income, it is almost 10 times, 6,500, here it is 54,000. Okay. And if you look at the Japan's per capita income also, it is almost like a 6 to 7 times actually. So, the per capita income will tell you a better picture about development. Okay. And if you draw this in a world map, I am sure you must have drawn, can you just show me how you have drawn this? Very good. If you look at the way, this is the graph actually, if you look at this graph and this world map, you will see the countries, 7 countries which are there in the clustered bar graph. So, the income, they are marked, and the incomes are also the name of the countries and the incomes that they are getting. Both there is another graph also, Rahul has colored it. Both the graphs gives you the picture on the which countries are developed, what was their income. I am giving you the world political map. Okay. So, this you can also do it in the class or in the house when you are free with your parents, discuss with your parents. In the graph like in the slide, I am also giving you the world map and the names of the countries. Use this world map and the understand where the countries are located, and then use the political outline map and then color these countries, color these 8 countries, okay, in 2 world maps. Okay. If you look at the, what do you observe this actually? If you look at these countries, all these developed countries, particularly high income countries, they are all having a long coastal area. Okay. They are all having long coastal area. Some of the economists, those who are studying, those who are specialized in economics, in higher education, those who are teaching in universities, they are called economists. So, the economists are saying that many developed countries, they are developed because they are having a long coastal area. What is the use of coastal area? The coastal area will help you to trade goods, okay, much better rather than in the landlocked area. If you look at the world map, you can see the, is there any African country here colored? No. And most of the Asia also is not coming here. Okay. Why? Because these landlocked countries, are not able to trade better. They are not able to trade better because there are a lot of barriers. One from one country to another country moving in the land areas is very difficult actually. Okay, so in order to understand development, it is also necessary not only the total income, it is also necessary to understand the geography, the geographical location of the countries. So thank you very much for viewing this first session on development, and we will discuss more on how this development is measured, whether the income is sufficient, and what are the other indicators that we wanted to measure the development. And we are going to see in the next session. Thank you very much.